Hey everyone, it's me, Arthur Kade. So Jack O'Connell, congratulations. This movie, Money Monster, looks awesome. Talk to me about Kyle, because he's an interesting character. Obviously, he starts off in the wrong, but then we start to sympathize with him with everything he's going through. Talk to me about this guy.
Yeah, I believe that's known as an arc within the writing. And you're right. I mean, the actions he takes are quite drastic and very selfish and dangerous. But he's a desperate man, and I was able to reason with, you know, the kind of pressure that he must have felt like he was under. So his actions are born out of panic, and you know, he feels responsible for his girlfriend and his baby, which they have on the way, and he inherits this money from his mother's passing, and he's advised wrongly to invest, when really I guess that's just thievery. He was a victim of this level of thievery, which is somehow legal. So thankfully we have an opportunity as actors to tell a story that's been beautifully written as well, very accurate, I feel, and great to be a part of something like that says something socially, you know.
You get to go from one icon directing you with Angelina Jolie to another one with Jodie Foster. Talk to me about Jodie. This is her 4th film, which it's hard to believe because it feels like she's done a million of these. What was she like behind the lens?
Very committed, and she was always there, you know, for saying she was once an actor, or still is an actor. She was never in a trailer. And actors typically love trailers, so but she was always present, you know. And what was good with Jodie as well is, although I felt like I was definitely her man for that role, I never really was made to relax. You know, I felt like she had confidence in me, but I never really felt like the job was done until it was over, which is good because it keeps you on your toes, you know.
You also get to work with 2 icons, George and Julia, and you and George obviously have some very intimate scenes. When you get to work with someone like George, is there something that as a young actor you absorb, and what's it like building that chemistry with him?
On every job you have to take what you can, you know, in terms of education. I'm learning on the job. So to be working with these very proven, very senior actors means that I can go on and then feel a lot more confident about my work in the future. Very, very valid lessons, I thought, very valid, and proud to say that I know him. And they were very welcoming as well. That's one thing I've got to say. Like, introducing them to my mum and sister. They were very inclusive, which is a credit to them. Nice people.
You've had this incredible meteoric rise, obviously Unbroken, huge Oscar buzz. Then you're coming into this type of movie. What's it been like for you as a young actor, seeing your career blossom, especially in America like this?
All right, Arthur. It's just difficult to relax. You know, I'm always presuming that someone's going to try and snatch it away at some point. So it's good to stay hungry, and you know, I have to focus on what's happening next, and make sure I'm on my toes, because in this field anyway, I think it's important to try and keep your work nice and diverse, nice and varied, and I think that equates to perhaps a longer career, or a more interesting career anyway, I feel. So for me now, it's important to make sure I keep making the right decisions and keep surprising people, I hope.
When you look at this movie, there's such an important social message with this movie, and it's something that millions of people have dealt with in this country. Talk to me as an actor being able to dive into that type of social message in a movie like this.
It's a treat, and especially if it's something that you believe quite passionately in anyway. This financial industry, the one we depict in the movie, is something that I've not been included in. I don't feel like I understand. I don't feel like it's clear to me. And I also don't feel like I'm committed enough to give the necessary amount of time to understand it. So maybe I'm guilty, you know, from my own neglect. But I was educated by making this movie as well into a topic that is otherwise foreign to me. So, yeah, real treat to go on from job to job and be a temporary expert in something. It's great. Jack of all trades, master of none, I guess.
What's next for you?
Well, I'm going to go down to New Mexico and become a cowboy.
That sounds fun.
Yeah, late 1800s, on horseback a lot. So I'm going to go do that for Netflix with Scott Frank.
That's awesome.
I'm excited.